Hi everyone, I hope you've had a really good weekend. I'm just going to read to you our devotional for today, Monday, May the 4th. It's from Luke chapter 5, verses 33 to 39. They said to him, "John's disciples often fast and pray, and so do the disciples of the Pharisees, but yours go on eating and drinking." Jesus answered, "Can you make the friends of the bridegroom fast while he is with them? But the time will come when the bridegroom will be taken from them. In those days they will fast." He told them this parable. "No one tears a piece out of a new garment to patch an old one. Otherwise they will have torn the new garment, and the patch from the new will not match the old. And no one pours new wine into old wineskins. Otherwise the new wine will burst the skins. The wine will run out, and the wineskins will be ruined. No, new wine must be poured into new wineskins. And no one, after drinking old wine, wants the new, for they say the old is better." So, in this verse, Jesus covers a few things. So they've obviously just been celebrating because someone has come to Christ, someone has realised that Jesus is the Messiah, and they're celebrating, they're having a feast. And all of the disciples are eating and they're drinking, and the Pharisees, who by now are quite keen to pick up on what Jesus is doing and to pick up the faults that he's doing and to kind of pick holes in his mission, they come to him and they say, "Well, John the Baptist people fast, and the disciples of our lot, they fast, but your disciples, they're not fasting." And Jesus answers them by saying, "Well, why would they fast now? This is a great time for them. It's like a wedding, and at a wedding people feast for days in those times, and it was down to the bridegroom to provide all the feasting, so why would they fast when they're celebrating?" But then he hints at what's to come for him. He hints at his death, he hints at the sadness and the mourning that will come, and he says that then they will fast. And then he goes on to use a parable, and we all know that he uses parables to help explain things, often to his disciples, but to the other people listening as well. And he starts by talking about old cloth and new cloth. Now, I'm no seamstress, but I know that old cloth, it tends to wear a bit and it doesn't stretch as much, and so if you tried to patch it with new cloth, it doesn't really work very well. And the same with wineskin. I've had to read up about this, but the way it works is that they poured wine into basically like a whole goat skin, and they tied up the legs and the neck, and then they let the wine ferment for weeks or months, and as it ferments it stretches, and then the skin of the goat or the animal would stretch with it because it's leather, and it stretches. But eventually, once the wine is fully fermented, the skin has also kind of reached its stretching potential, and then they drink the wine and it's great and it's lovely, but they can't then pour fresh wine back into that skin because that wine has to ferment again, it has to expand, and that skin has already reached its full potential. I think this is really challenging for us as a church, especially in this time. You know, we're faced with a great opportunity for a fresh start, for something new, for something exciting, and we need to make sure that we don't pour that new and that exciting and that fresh start back into the old wineskins, back into the old customs, because that's what they were trying to do to Jesus. The Jews, they were trying to say, "Hey, we need to do it this way because that's the way we've always done it. This is what you're supposed to do." And Jesus is saying, "I come to bring something new. I come to bring something different. I come to bring salvation for free." And I think Jesus is coming to do something new for us as Bethel after this time, something new, something exciting. And we need to make sure we don't get caught in saying, "Oh no, we always do it like that." It's a real challenge for us. You know, new is scary, and maybe you can't even think about the new because we're in lockdown, but I want you to really try and pray into what does new look like for Bethel, and try and think, what are the things that I need to let go of that I hold on to too tightly. Okay, I hope you have a great week. I'll catch you sometime in the week. God bless, and may the 4th be with you.